few weeks been, and how have you settled in?
It's been really exciting. Gat's got in touch with me a couple of weeks before Christmas, and sort of went from there really. And just done a lot of preparation, and obviously came into camp on Monday. Confused my days, and it's just been great to work with the lads. I think there's a real hunger in the squad to put some things right from previous campaign, and there's real freshness within the squad and the coaching staff, and we're looking forward to 10-11 days time for the first game.
As an attack coach, you've got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What can you achieve in that time in terms of game plan?
I think just clear messaging. Some fantastic players in this squad, and I should be really positive with what we do with the ball. Be really clear with what we want to try and achieve, and get everyone on the same page. The team that plays in the way we play against Ireland will be different to the way we play against France, because we'll grow over the next 2 months. It's an exciting year, so yeah, just really positive with what we do with the ball, and use the player strengths, because there's some fantastic players.
We know that 2022, obviously, before yourself, it was a bit of an up and down year for the squad. What have the messages been to the players ahead of this campaign and ahead of what is a big year in terms of getting back on the right track?
Yeah, I think we want to play a brand of rugby that the crowd at the stadium are proud of seeing, and there's some DNA of Welsh rugby that I've grown up with, I've seen, and Gat's coming back into the fold. He brings a hard edge, a real work ethic, and that's the bedrock of any successful team. And then you layer on your defence, your attack strategy on top of that, but there has to be some fundamentals that we can hang our hat on to going into the campaign.
Yeah. What's the fitness of the squad like at the moment? Are they all in camp and had a chance to assess it?
Yeah, most of the boys are good. There's 1 or 2 bumps and bruises from the European games, but I thought the Regents have done really well the last 6-7 weeks. The Ospreys, beating Leicester away, it's a real statement. It's a tough place to go, and to stay in the fight for 80 minutes was brilliant. And those guys come in with a huge amount of confidence, and that spreads to the other players as well. So no, boys came in good shape, and there's a real good energy about the place.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be aware of the headlines over the last 48 hours of the squad and the management addressed that together, the allegations that have been levelled against the Welsh rugby.
Yeah, it's important we confront these issues, making sure that that anyone who feels that they're not respected is taken in hand. All I can say is that what I've seen over the last 3 days is a really positive culture. Everyone's very inclusive, male or female, and everyone's contributing and doing their part to make the Welsh team as successful as possible.
The allegations are serious. Just one on that. How difficult is it going to be for you as a squad to park that, and how does it not affect preparation?
Yeah, I think we understand we're very privileged to do what we do, and there is obviously this story that is being dealt with by the powers of be. I know Jan's speaking to you guys later, and I'm probably not the right person to speak to as far as the detail, because I only joined here Monday. But yeah, of course we take it seriously. But my job as a coach is to focus prominently on the rugby, and obviously we do have a duty of care in the global picture for the organisation. We all try and drive the culture, and we all play our part a little bit in making sure that the work environment is as pleasant and as enjoyable and as productive as possible. So I'll play my part, and the players are doing their part. But as I said, my focus is very much on the rugby, but I understand the bigger picture as well.
This is your second stint. You were here in 2017.
That's right.
During that campaign. What drew you back?
I loved it. I loved that time. Obviously, Gat's line coach, and Howlers was the head coach. I just spending time in Wales, you understand the passion for the game, what it means to the people, and the opportunity to see the quality of the players here and the growth potential over the course of this 2-month period in the Six Nations, and then moving forward into the later part of the season. So Gats is someone who I hugely respect. I worked with him when I was a player at Wasps. I understand what his values are, and he's somebody who I want to work for. So it was a good fit.
And what is the Alex King philosophy in terms of your expertise in the attack? And how difficult is it going to be to implement that in what is a short space of time?
Yeah, I think, as I've said, it's just clear messaging. There's a balance between coaching and over-coaching. You've got to let these players play a little bit, but within a framework that works for the team to get the best out of them. So I'm working alongside all the attack leaders. They're great rugby brains. It's just important we're aligned, and the coaches are aligned to make sure the message is completely clear.
I'm coming up against probably the number one ranked sides. You know, what a start for yourself in terms of the challenge that poses.
It doesn't get any better, really, does it? How exciting is that? Ireland at home in the first game. I remember 6 years ago when we played them. It was probably the most intense game of rugby I've ever experienced, playing or coaching. The atmosphere was just electric. I think we got on the right side of the scoreboard, and it's going to be no different, on Saturday. I think the Welsh public are crying out to be proud of the performance, and hopefully we'll deliver.
Thank you.
A couple of years ago, Wales won the championship, scored loads of tries, struggled in the attack area since then. Do you have any sort of great understanding of what's happened, and what are you doing to try and put that right?
Yeah, as I've mentioned, it's probably just clear messaging and making sure there's clarity in what we're trying to do. What kind of team do we want to be? What's the DNA of this team? If somebody described the Welsh team, what would it look like? And it's difficult when the results go against you, because you're always searching as coaches to try and find something to hang on to. And the autumn was disappointing for everyone. And I think what our job as coaches is to be really clear in what we want to deliver. And as I said, we'll develop our game as we go through the course of the championship. And the more time we spend together, the better we'll be.
How different is it from that time 6 years ago? Different head coaches, you say?
Yeah, a few similar faces, a few guys 6 years older, obviously, but some really good people in the staff, and some great young players, particularly in the backs. Just really real pleasure to work with. It's a real freshness and a really youthful energy, and I want to harness that with some of the older guys' experience, and together it'll be a good match.
Okay, so we'll leave the